Listen, welcome to TFG tonight. I'm your host, Mr. Haynes. Everybody in that place. But once he out of here, guess what? Pop. And all of us coming down. That's why I had to go and talk about Ivanka right quick, because they coming.
Oh, this is what I love about President Barack Hussein Obama. No matter what, he kept it 100.
Wow. I was just getting ready to bring that up.
That's right. Yeah. So listen, if my company told me that I had to do something that I said, man, that's a little, we tripping. I mean, bro, half the country voted for a man that took diversity out of employment. Half the country voted for that man.
My people, what up? Hey, y'all know what day it is? Like I was asking for real, did y'all know what today was? Okay, it don't matter. It's Monday, and y'all see what time it is, right? Yeah, listen, y'all, we got a jam-packed show today. So when y'all come on, say what's up. Hey, and don't forget about them stickers. Brother love the stickers, right? Listen, we have the whole squad this evening. So y'all know we're going to have a lot to talk about. Hey, ma'am, it is Monday. Thank you for joining me. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we run this thing, right? Let's keep up with them Trumps. Y'all ready? So our boy's back in the scene again, and he back into his old ways. Y'all know what he doing this time? Y'all know what he doing? What's going on, Jennifer? Good to see you. You can't see me. Why can't she see me? Jennifer says she can't see me. No. Am I leaving? Oh, okay. I'm just tripping. All right. So look here, y'all. Donald's back, and he back in rare form. Y'all know what he doing? He's sending his goons to do a cease and desist letter, right? And guess what's going on? He's doing it to his own people this time, y'all. Ain't he crazy? Is he not crazy? Check this out. He sends a cease and desist letter to 3 different organizations. And guess what the problem is? They his own people. But the issue with him sending a cease and desist letter to his own people is because they are trying to raise money under his name. And you say, well, what's wrong with that? Do anybody know what's wrong with that? I'll tell y'all what's wrong with that. Trump really only wants to make money when he is getting all the money. And the problem is, if these organizations are asking for money on his behalf, they're not giving him the money. Y'all know how the game works. Listen, man, and my boy said it last week. He loved Donald because he just gonna keep it 100. And Donald is about that money. And if Donald and the person that's getting the money, then can't nobody else use his likeness. That's even in politics. And I just really don't understand these people, how they just really just work for him this hard. We say, I've been waiting on that. Yeah, he is out of his mind. Exactly, man. And so y'all know what? It is what it is. But what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining me. All right, bro. I appreciate it. So at the end of the day, y'all know how Donald gonna do it. I mean, listen, what's good for the Democrats is good for the GOP. And it is what it is. So let's bring our guests on. I mean, I guess. Let's bring our guests. They are not our guests. But let's bring my people on. Let's get this thing started. Look at him, Sir King Noble. Ooh, Lee Black, and it ain't talking about the coffee. And y'all know who it is. Madam Rue, and we ain't putting it in gumbo. All right. We have a amazing topic going on this evening, and so we're gonna get started. Y'all ready? Wait, before we go to the next one, I want to see what y'all think about Trump though, doing his thing against his own people. Jennifer says self-preservation. I believe you. What do y'all think? Y'all think he tripping, or is this just who he is? I know what Lee gonna say.
I don't care.
Self-marketing at its finest, man. He's saying don't use my name to basically gain any kind of finances that belong to me. That's me. That's my name. That's my character. That's all me. So why should you profit off of me? If I'm put myself in his shoes, like just as a business professional myself, I'm not gonna want anybody else getting paid for something
Hey,
that I.
Shahana.
What's up, Shauna?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
My personal opinion, I don't care what he do. He should, personally, he should just be locked up. But I mean, whatever.
But listen, these people are raising money for his people. He's such a monarch.
All of them are stupid. All of them are idiotic. All of them are
He,
narcissists. All of them are just a waste of breath, space, and time. So I don't.
let me tell y'all something. Dwayne been like a bad soda pop that just fell on the ground. He been ready to pop this for a long time. He couldn't say nothing while he was in office. Now he just gonna cut up now, y'all. Y'all just know that he just ready to cut up. Lee, ain't this just business as usual for Trump, right? It's why you love him like that, right?
I agree with the brother. He's immoral. He's despicable, and he should be locked up. But since he ain't, the quality I admire about him is he's his authentic self. And like Ruth says, I'm not mad at him. You're not going to use my likeness, use my name to generate money that's not going into my coffers. Considering especially 10 Republicans in the Senate voted to impeach him. Some stood against him. So this man is a mob boss at its finest. And I respected that if either you with me or you against me. And I wish the Democrats had more backbone.
Ooh, spoken like a true capitalist. Listen at him. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm gonna ask him to come get Lee when he get impeached again if he run again. They don't need to see Lee, right? Man, hey, at the end of the day, the RNC, the Republican National Congressional Committee, and the National Republican Senate Committee, all these people supported this dude, and they can't get none of the pie. Y'all can't even get the crumbs. Y'all see how sorry that is? Y'all can't get the crumbs.
Not even yesterday's crumbs. Not even the dried over crumbs.
Say, man, this is so crazy.
No, any politician will. Anybody in office, any politician, any government official, anybody that has that much power is not going to just hand it over to somebody else.
Well,
it's not like everybody thinks that way. So for you to expect anything less from Trump, y'all deceiving yourselves. Like that's normal behavior for him.
That's right.
Listen, if your last name ain't Trump, you ain't getting it, and you better be lucky. It ain't his namesake, Don Jr., because he barely getting stuff now. So we'll see. But let's keep up with him. All right, let's go to the next topic, y'all, because we got a lot to cover. Woo! So this weekend, it was a long weekend too, y'all. Them polar secretaries and those clerkmen, man, they had to read 400 something pages of the whole document before they can even try to vote on the bill, or no, even bring it up to discuss the bill, y'all. But they finally passed the bill. Let's give it up for the Democrats. All right, look at him. Look at him shaking his head. Hey, well then run me your 1400 when you get it.
All right.
So look, y'all, they passed the bill. Y'all want to know what's in the bill? I ain't gonna tell y'all everything. I'm gonna tell y'all the highlights. So listen, everybody made a little change. So guess what? If you made a certain amount of money, the last time they changed it, they dropped it. Actually, they raised it, rather. No, whichever it was, it's 80,000 now for individuals, and then it's 160 for couples, right? If y'all filed jointly. But the kicker is that with those people that was going over that threshold and they were getting smaller amount increments, yeah, they cut that off a little shorter. So the Senate passed the relief package on Saturday. This is by Yahoo Money, right? It says sending the amended bill back to the House. So 1.9 trillion stimulus package would allow $1,400 to come to individuals as a direct payment. Y'all know 98% of the households who received it in December are going to pretty much receive it again. But there's a 2% that's not going to receive it, right? But then it says right here, this is what gets so interesting, that If you don't have a social security number, you ain't getting none. So sorry for all those that, and if you're married and your spouse don't have social security, you're only getting $1,400. You ain't getting $2,800. Sorry about that. But this is what got really interesting to me. Y'all check this out. Watch this. Watch this. They put something in the bill. Y'all know Uncle Sam, he normally taking y'all money. But Uncle Sam, he said he's feeling good about his nieces and nephews. He want to give y'all some money. So listen, in this newly amended tax exemption, in this new plan, they're going to give you a child tax credit, making it refundable and worth up to $3,000 per child, or $3,600 if your child is under the age of 6. And it says the provision also allows American families to receive periodic payments for the credit for 1 year beginning in July. Y'all know we in trouble. We in trouble. That's a lot of money for a lot of silly people.
A lot of silly people. They're gonna be like
Man,
that. They're gonna be like that girl that went to All-Star Weekend this weekend and went up and got a GoFundMe account trying to get back
Right.
to New York. That's what that's gonna be.
y'all, Rue,
Oh,
what you think about all that
simplifying.
money? You gonna spend it? You need to give me that check too? You don't like it?
So I'm a little torn, I guess, because I understand, I guess, the point of view of that being kind of towards socialism, like taking care of people that
Now define socialism for all of our very intellectual watchers and listeners on the show. What is?
on the government to sustain themselves and won't get out and, I guess their term is pull themselves up from their bootstraps. Because there's been times where I've been hard on times and I needed the assistance with 3 kids and I couldn't get it because I made $10 an hour and I didn't think that was fair. So obviously it's forcing that welfare program is forcing people to just, live off our tax money. And so if you don't make a certain dollar amount, then you get free money from me. So basically I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to be paying myself. I'm paying myself at this point.
I
Hmm.
But if
mean, I agree with
I'm
Rue.
paying
Like
everybody else that don't
I,
Okay.
I
with me. So I don't think I'm like part of me is like, okay, yeah, if you get it, then great. But the other part is like we live in a capitalist society. So if you have a skill, you can create a demand, then you apply and get your money. Everybody hustles some kind of way. So why can't you figure out a way to get off government assistance and do it? Just like I do it every day. I don't get
My
it.
my
I'm
my
so
my.
so you
Hold on,
what
hold
you
on. Let me help her down from her soapbox. Come on down.
I'm confused.
I mean
Sorry.
I agree with Rue because like I think this is enabling ignorance. And when I say ignorance, I don't mean on the intellectual side. I mean it's enabling simplistic ignorance because like she said, you have people that now they're looking at this like, oh, I can just live off the government. And people like me, like us here on this panel and other people that tune in that actually get up, whether it be from 5 in the morning to whatever time or whatever time at night, 10 in the morning, actually work a taxable, job. I mean, they're getting over. They're getting over, and they're going to continue to get over. I mean, okay, it's great that you want to give me a break on my taxes or you don't want to take the money back from in my tax return, but what about the countless people who my taxes help your EBT card, and because you don't want to work for 5 minutes, oh, it's too hot, man, I don't feel like getting up going to work, now I gotta pay for you for health care and everything else. Like, nah, I'm kind of sick of it, honestly. I'm in a 22.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a 22% tax bracket because I make a certain amount of money because I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to work every day for 16 hours a day. But oh Junebug over there, nah.
Man, we gotta get some salt. We gotta get some fries for this saltiness over here. Lee, what you got, man? They not happy.
Whew. I understand the frustration, to be honest with you, but I consider those two separate issues. I completely agree with what Dwayne and Rue is saying in terms of we have to go to work every day. We're taxpayers. And when you fall into a certain tax bracket, we're being taxed and penalized the worst. And there's people out there that don't work, and they've made welfare, Medicare, a generational thing. But that's a separate issue. So, I agree with you 1,000%, and I get that 100% in how they taking advantage of the system. My thing is this, though. I could, I mean this with all sincerity. I could care less about the $1,400. I live my life in a way that no matter who's in office, I'm gonna have to get up and go to work no matter what. So I've never thought of it in terms of, man, whether that's going to make or break me. So even when the pandemic hit, I still have to pay my bills. I still have to do all of those normal things. When it comes, guess what? It'll go into the bank account. I'll use it to pay some bills or whatever, But for me, I'm not dependent on it. But here's my bigger problem with it, fellas and young lady, I'm sorry, is this: nothing is free.
That's right.
So
See,
we talk about
you get out my message. You hear my message. Get out my message.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave some for you.
Yeah.
But we talk about what we got. We're not talking about what we gave up. So the Democrats, what they gave up, there's some 2 million people that will not get those benefits. And to me, it's an insult that here we are, almost a year from when the pandemic started, and you're bickering for all of those hours, over whether or not a stimulus package should come to people. In the meantime, gas prices have gone up, food prices have gone up.
Hold on, Lee. I'm gonna let you get back to it. Madam Shahana, Madam Meals on Wheels. Look at you. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, choo-choo train. And she ain't even got her stimulus there. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Will there be another? Will there be another this evening?
Will there
Please,
be
by all means.
another?
Come on now. Will there be another? All right, my brother, go ahead.
I'm gonna wrap it up, but I'm saying I'm angry on a whole nother level because it's an insult that you think a year removed from all of the stuff that people have been through, that $1,400 or even $2,000 is going to somehow even the playing field. And this is being bickered over by senators whose hands are soft as baby asses, who never done a hard day's work, and their insurance and everything is as good as can be. Old rich white men. Are you kidding me? So I'm offended on a whole nother level. I'm leaving some for you, my brother.
Man, listen, and that's mildly. That's the man. That ain't medium and hot caliente. All right. So listen, I'm gonna
like
take
Lee.
it to. Lee the man. Let me tell you, I'm gonna take it to the other side. This is the thing, y'all. My problem with this money, it's not that they're giving it to us, because guess what? It's been so many years that we wasn't getting nothing, right? But this is my problem. There's no education with this money. That's my issue, right? It's because no one is going to educate my brothers and sisters. I'm going to do it today. And if you take it, cool. If you don't, that's on you. Nobody's educating my brothers and sisters that's going to get this money, because what they really want to do is they want to bait you into taking that money, and you say, oh, no, I've been paying my bills. I'm good. So let me just go spend it and put it right back in all this economy, right? That's the game they want y'all to play. But I want to hip y'all to some education. Listen, to all my single parents, mothers or fathers, listen, and I'm not talking about people who are really struggling, that this money gonna do something, that they have that their hands are tied. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking to those that are just above the water, you know what I'm saying, that's really trying to figure out how to create wealth. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and hear me when I say this, and I love my people, and black, white, Hispanic, everybody. I'm talking to all y'all. If you love your kids, put some life insurance on yourself.
Oh, I believe that.
I'm only saying that, and I know a lot of us know that, but some people don't. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're not gonna work hard enough to get them to that level that our contemporaries are already at. You know why? Because they've been putting life insurance on themselves for decades, centuries, if you want to say that. And so all I'm saying to y'all, take some of that money. Listen, if you do it early, it won't cost you as much. But if you wait too late, listen, even take some of that and put it on your grandmama or your mama. That way, if you live past them, at least you get something. I don't know. Listen, a little $100,000 may cost you $200. Who knows? But guess what? $200, you start putting that, and then you start creating wealth. If you don't like investing in the stock market, cool. Put it somewhere that is going to benefit your kids in the near future. That's all I'm saying. That's just a little bit, right? We just not getting. I'm gonna let you have it. We're just not getting any education from them. They just want to throw you some money so you can forget all the fighting that they've been doing. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Gas didn't just go up for no reason. I just want y'all to know that, right? All this other everything, it's all we're playing checkers while they're playing us on chess, right? And so I'm just telling y'all, be smart, like those nice little boys did them at Wall Street and broke the bank for GameStop, and they became overnight millionaires because guess what? They put something together and they played the players. So I'm telling y'all, play the game because that little 1,400. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna let Lee have it. Broke don't start in your pocket. You start here.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Broke don't
Yes,
start in
sir.
your pocket. Because if you ain't got a dollar, no way you was broke. But if you ain't got a dollar and you got it invested somewhere, guess what they call that? They call it entrepreneurship, investing back into yourself. So invest back into your family and try to create this money. What you say, Chantel? You cannot depend on the life insurance that your job provides.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
you can't depend on
Exactly.
that. Like
Listen, you can get $1 million at the age of 20 and paying $100 a month. Just, and again, that's what we're talking about. Good health. Go ahead, Lee, and then I'll let you have Dwayne. I saw you too, Ru. We'll let everybody get on there.
I just want to add one last point to what you were saying and how true it is.
Yeah.
African Americans only make up 14% of the population, but economically, our dollars make us one of the most powerful blocks in the country. But
Yeah,
we're
Kendrick.
also the only race that spends disposable income at a rate that no other group spends it at. And so when you talk about playing checkers versus chess, that's what they're counting on. Let's give them $1,400, and they're counting on those people out there. Oh my God, I got $3,000, I got $7,000, and instead of putting it on life insurance, putting it in the bank, sitting aside for college, what do we
Yeah.
do? We
We're
buy crab
impatient.
legs and
Right.
gold chains and shit like that. And so we're the ones that's pouring back into the economy. When you look at the average white person, they're not spending that money on that. We're the one that use disposable income to
Listen,
make Nike and Gucci and all the rest of them rich.
we always got to interrupt Lee because Lee got to keep talking more. Cause we be getting, wait, hold on. Because when Lee talk, something be happening. Put that on the screen because I see somebody else. Oh, appreciate that, man. Lee, you got to keep talking, man. You be getting all the stickers, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, my goodness, man. No, man, listen. Will there be another? Like the good old preachers say back in the day. Well, what do we have another? All right, Rue, let's go, and then we go with Dwayne.
No,
What you
I
got
was
on this one?
piggyback off of that. We do spend the most money, but we also have to remember that the people that are in impoverished conditions, like if you're talking about demographically, it's really only 20% of that 14%. So the rest of us actually do make good money. Like we are working middle class, but again, we still don't do what we need to do in order to keep our wealth within our families. We go out and spend it, and we're really materialistic when it comes to spending. So
Yeah, we got to play the long game, y'all.
Yep.
We're playing short. That short game is spending that money because you was broke. You didn't have it yet last week, and you get it this week. You still. What does it matter? What's the difference? Plan for it to do something. I'm sorry. Was you through? Okay, go ahead, D.
no, I was reading what she said. Don't just put it in the bank. Yeah, if y'all are gonna put it in a bank, I would say go utilize a credit union.
Okay. There's so many things that we can do, right? So many things. But if nobody's willing to listen, we just trying to throw y'all some hints out there. So if y'all got questions, man, we here, right? What you got, D?
I mean, to like really caveat, I think our people are, for one, lack of knowledge, we're destroyed by that tremendously. And then it also states, we're destroyed by financial curses. And
Uh-oh. Wait a
that
minute. We
is,
get to stop Dwayne. Everybody, listen, ain't nobody stopping me tonight. We got to come on here, Dwayne. Look at it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Jennifer. I appreciate that, man. Will there be another? Listen, it's all fair in love. Ain't no war. It's all fair in love, right?
It is.
Go ahead, D.
But yeah, we're this is a spiritual battle too, and I take it there because if we don't, we're not teaching our children, our generation, our generational children how to save, how to invest. And you're right, some people don't want to invest because they don't trust the government and the stock market. But at the same time, it's not about trusting; it's about understanding how to manipulate, even with the lack of trust. And I was not a big proprietor of investing in the stock market, but once I became knowledgeable of what and how the stock market I can make it work for me, even with the smallest of things. Like I invest now. It doesn't take much. $90 gets me 2 and 3 shares of whatever I want, and I'm good to go. And it's you gotta be disciplined, and a lot of it and more of it comes from discipline too. We don't discipline ourselves enough to be financially secure. So it is a slap in the face to get, oh yeah, we're gonna give you $1,400 after 460 years of slapping you in the face and this and this and this and everything else. Oh yeah. And our counterparts, whether it be white, brown, Puerto Rican, or Asian, they teach. I mean, let's Hispanics, they will live in a house of like 5, 6 families, and what will
Yeah,
they do? All of them will work the
they
hardest
build.
job. They will work at. They will be a construction worker. They'll work for the city somehow, some way. They'll get that TIN number and get it going. But what they will do is they will build generational wealth. So by the time dad is grandpa and mom is grandma, this son, daughter, nephew, brother, sister, cousin is taken care of, and it goes into other races as well. I mean, my time in Korea, family owned businesses everywhere, everywhere,
Love that.
and what do? Just continue to build back into their own family.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll piggyback on that one.
All
Okay,
right.
so
And
I
I got
found
the last one.
Yeah, I found out because I was looking up how to secure land basically at a lower cost. And I was looking up tax lien properties, like basically homes that are owned outright, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the person failed to pay the property tax and then it foreclosed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at who actually bought the property. There were so many Latin names on there. I'm talking about they buying these houses $2,000, $5,000, $7,000, $3,000, and then I know what they're doing. They go, you'll see that property listed. They went, did some construction on it, and then freaking sold it.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
like, why
Yep.
didn't I think to do that? There's
But
so
Hey,
many
to but
with
to
this.
the and then the problem is, Rules, like us as black people, we can do the same thing. Listen to most of the music and listen to the things that we talk about. We talk about flipping a bird. We're talking about selling a brick, 10 a key. You know what I'm saying? Let's go out here and take a nickel and make it a pie. Take a pie and make it to a cookie. Make a cookie and make it to a whole tire. I mean, I ain't saying that I used to do all that, but I know the
mm,
formula. I
mm,
know the
mm.
formula. You know what I'm
Right. Somebody
saying?
call you out. I think Jennifer know you, so I know she
Yeah,
calling you out right there. Hey,
yeah,
so
man.
like Valerie said, they want us to dance and go to the mall, but we got to be smarter than that. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. And listen, I've been black all my life, and so I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up, we can't do this without the people that did it first. And unfortunately, they're the people that don't look like us. Okay,
Hmm.
so whether you like it or not, you don't want their help. But I promise you, you ain't never did nothing without somebody of another color's help. Uh, whether it's a teacher, whether it was the person taking your order at the drive-through, something, somebody helping you do something. So we got to get over these
Somewhere.
little myths. What's up, Tam? What's up, Lamar? So I'm just telling y'all, at the end of the day,
What up, y'all?
we, we can't we can't do this by ourselves. But don't take this money and treat this like some of that little minnow bait fishing for catfish, because I'm telling you, the hook gonna get in your mouth and it's gonna yank your butt right out that water. All right.
Yep.
Invest in your grandmama and your mama now and listen, especially in this pandemic, because you don't know when listen, these insurance companies, I promise y'all, they taking the L these last couple of years. It's been bad for
Hey,
them.
hey, my
And
daughter.
unfortunately, death is appointed to every man. So
Exactly.
that's a
It's
for
just a
sure
matter of the
investment.
time and the place.
Yeah. So teach your kids, man, if you're scared of the stock market, listen, everybody's gonna die, right? So just find somebody and just let them know, hey, I ain't trying to kill you. I'm just trying to make sure grandson and granddaughter gonna get something. And be okay with that. Again, broke is a mindset, not in your pockets. All right, so
Facts.
listen. So now I'm gonna trip y'all out a little bit. Watch this. I'm gonna make everybody jealous. We now have a city in Chicago that has already passed reparations. Are you serious? Do you mean to tell me Chicago, the one that shoot 'em up, bang bang, have found a city that's done passed up something? You say this is not actual financial advice? Oh no, never that. It's just logic.
Yeah, it's just common sense logic at this
Thank you,
point.
man. Yeah, I appreciate that. What you say, my sweet hubby? Say if W people are doing it, yes, well, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with. I won't do everything they doing because they praying over golden
You
statues
know,
and stuff like
they
that. But
be
they
snorting
do be on
Tide
something. But
Pods.
you're right, they on to something. Yeah. So here you go. Here it is. Check this out. Evanston, Illinois. They just passed. I don't know if they pass bills in the state. Maybe they do. But whatever it is, they had a committee. It was a council, city council, and that they are now giving residents in their cities equity and empowerment commission to their community. They are trying to give them money so that they can invest in property. I believe it was like $25,000 they were going to start them with if they qualified. But they're giving black people money to be able to buy homes. So listen, for you that don't know what reparation is, here it is. Reparations are a means of addressing the wealth and opportunity gaps residents experience due to historical racism and discrimination. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I said this on another show, and I'm gonna say it again today because somebody need to hear it. Listen, the only reason I don't have a problem with reparation is because they did it to other people. And so what's good for one should be good for everybody, right? And so if they didn't give it to the Indians, if they didn't give it to the Asians,
Real Indians though. Those aren't
what?
real Indians. Those Native Americans that they're talking about, and I don't care. I don't care if I rub somebody the wrong way because
Okay.
I feel like indigenous people, they were, of partially of African descent. So them light
I'm
skin,
Haitian. They rub me the wrong way.
yeah, no, but it's irritating because I went.
Right.
My great grandfather is actually listed on there as freeman, not as indigenous, which made me so upset because we already know that they listed them as freemen if they were a certain skin color so that they didn't get that money. If you were lighter than a brown paper bag, that's how you got that money. And there were white folks during that time that requested, that said that they were indigenous people, that said they were the Native Americans so that they could collect the check. So no, it's not about, oh, they got it, so we should get it too. No, them white folks still collected that check. Them Native Americans didn't collect that check because if they were, then we would have had those reparations then.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But what about Evanston? I mean, do we think this is headed in the right direction? What you think, Dwayne?
I don't think this is going in the right direction because it's not going to be good for the entire nation. Because you're going to have these other states that are going to be like, what? Why do we need to give reparations? We've already given reparations because of whatever fallacy reason they're going to come out with. I mean, I don't think this is going in a good direction. And honestly, like I kind of don't even want to touch on it because it's like I feel like it's a disrespectful thing because you're gonna wait till 2021 to even talk about reparations. Come on, man. Like, stop it. Like, stop it, six. Stop it, six.
Oh, all right, Lee. What you think, man? What you think? You think that's not too far from where you at?
Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta.
I guess Chicago, maybe.
A
All right.
little ways away.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, you're right. My
Look,
bad.
I think ideology it's a
Mm-hmm.
good idea. The definition you gave of reparations, the problem I have with that is that America is never going to admit that that's what they've done. And
Right.
so to have this resolution passed and independent cities and have the council vote on it, it's a great idea. And for those white people that want to pad their own consciences, okay. But the reality is for America to admit that there is historical racism and discrimination that has held their people back, they're not going to admit that. They're going
At
to fight that.
all.
They're going to fight that
I
till
hear you,
they
Tim.
die.
I hear you, Shantae.
They're going to fight that till the day they die, because the moment they admit that, then the gig is truly up. See, it's okay to put on movies about Jews who've been persecuted. We can even
Right.
talk about, POWs. But the moment you start talking about the systemic racism of African American people, and as Ruth said, people are indigenous to this country, you're admitting then that they have had a 400+ year, advance on us. And now you open the floodgates to them to have to be responsible. And at one point, because we elected a black president, the hope was that maybe we were crossing that road. Donald Trump disposed the underbelly of America for what it really is. Even the younger white people are never going to let that happen. Then the
Yep.
second part of it is what we just talked about on the previous segment. Even if you give African Americans that kind of money, Dave Chappelle did a show and it was funny, but it was accurate.
All
That if
right.
you put that kind of money in African American people's hands, like Dwayne talked about and you talked about, and rural education, are you kidding me? Do you really think people are going to take that kind of wealth and do anything substantial with it? Go out and buy properties, Rue, to fix them up, to create generational wealth? Hell no. We'll
Yeah.
have more
Yeah.
cornbread,
Death rate
chicken
gonna
eating
go
brothers
up.
and sisters
Yeah.
sitting in the best hotels, spending that money as quick as they get it, and yelling out the window, "I'm rich, bitch!" And that's really the reality of it.
Yeah, they ready to leave everybody. I'm with you, Valerie. It ain't gonna happen. And the thing about this, y'all, for me, the problem with I wanna toe the line. The problem with this for me is money is not solving the problem,
It
right?
don't
It's
solve the
just
problem, man.
Matter of fact, it's just padding what the real problem is. Because if I stack and I mean these ain't hundreds, they stacking. We talking about ones. If they stack these ones enough above our faces, then we're gonna actually forget what actually been going on and what's gonna continue to go on. Right? Is that they want to put their money in your face, and so that you can forget that they still doing redlining, or they over here trying to do more voter suppressions in some of these states. Y'all, we can't get caught up in this. Listen, do y'all know the reason why the GOP is so afraid of Trump? I'm telling y'all, it's because he has the ear of 74 million people. And guess what these people do? They vote. That's it, y'all. We got to play the game that's being played. Y'all want to take y'all ball and run to the other side of the court. That ain't where the game being played at. Get
Nope.
back in the court and play the game, and stop telling me you ain't voting. You taking their money. You taking all these TV shows you watching. Then why in the world can we not vote? Right? I'm not saying we get everything we want, but at least we put fear in some of these jokers and make them think twice. Because I'm telling y'all, Joe Manchin, was going to pass a gun bill until he got called from people who were going to vote and said, "No, that ain't gonna work for me, player. And if you do it, we're gonna run you out of office." That's what they do, man. So y'all stop tripping. I'm gonna let you have it, Dwayne. What did Tam say? Everybody saying they like it. We have to stop thinking the least of us is the majority, right? And once we do that, that's why I'm teaching my kids to vote. They're gonna see me vote because I want them to vote, right? So the money ain't the problem. It's gonna be more of a problem because guess who? We're gonna create another classism, right? We're gonna create those that's gonna because all right, go ahead, Dwayne. I don't want to start messing around.
So you know what, and you know what, like really really grinds my gears and pisses me off about our people sometimes. we're quick to say, well, I don't trust the government. Or half of y'all too stupid to trust your left finger. You know, it's like
it don't matter whether you trust them or not, they still gonna be in power.
exactly. And then you hear, you know, I trust my
What, bro?
homeboy more, you know, more than I trust the government. But your homeboy just as stupid as you are. You know, we get off on this like, oh, I trust this and I trust that, but we won't take the time to become more knowledgeable about what's going on. Like there's a whole state, I think like the state of Georgia is trying to really, really stop African American people from voting.
Yeah, it's bad.
And you see what happened when that state turned blue. Completely swung the election. Completely swung it.
And I'm gonna tell you,
And Texas is so close to
I'm
turning
gonna get to you, Lee.
blue. It makes no sense. Again, it's swinging it, and it's like we don't want to understand just how powerful our voice is. But the minute we get shut down, it's like, oh, we don't have a voice. We don't have a voice. Well, what the heck did they march on Selma, Alabama for, dummy?
Yeah.
For you to get a voice.
Well, look here. Now, y'all know I'm gonna pull both guns out, so I'm finna point them at the Democrats. The problem is that Joe and them, they could do something about this voter suppression thing federally.
They can.
If they wanted to, right, and not deal with these states. And that's an interesting thing again, y'all, because they throwing this money out here at us, and we finna stop watching TV because we finna be gone, right? And the problem is they not even finna take up this voting bill that they can do when you got the House and the Senate and the president, and you can pass a bill that can go into the amendments that people just can't come around here and change it. This executive order don't mean nothing. So I'm just telling y'all, Joe, stop tripping, because that money ain't fooling all of us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna sidestep that thing like Barry Sanders. And I'm looking. What you doing? What you doing? You got something, Rue? All right. She over there stewing. Yeah, Lee, go ahead.
So
and we go to the next one.
So to your point, the House literally just passed the HR 1 bill.
Oh, look at you.
Which deals with, and I got this information from you. Y'all sent this to me.
Oh yeah.
I read the HR 1 bill.
So I'm checking it out.
Yes, sir.
I read it just in preparation for this show.
That's
right. It does address voters, suppression and all the stuff you talked about, especially going on right here in Georgia. Here's the thing though, people got to look at.
Yes, sir.
It's an 800-page bill. And so it's filled with a lot of pages that's designed to make things look great. Let me say this, whether you trust the government or not, national elections are a popularity contest. This is what I firmly believe in my heart. So those 74 million people, you're right, they mean power for the presidency. But if you really want to talk about affecting change for people, start voting in the smaller elections. Just last night, the governor of Mississippi was on CNN talking about why he's eliminating all of the COVID-19 rules, no masks and this and that. And I swear to God, if you look at that man's face, you know good and goddamn well he got his sheet and hood in his trunk. You can look at him and tell.
Is it there?
You can look at that man and tell. And that's a reason why Mississippi is far behind every other state in the union, and it's 2021. They still got laws on the books against interracial dating, and it's 2021. But Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Florida, it's no coincidence that these states with Republican governors are the ones that truly impact our lives on a regular basis. See, the reality is I'm never going to dine with Donald Trump. I don't give a leap and flip about meeting him. That man been born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he don't have a clue about what it means to eat red beans and rice. He don't know nothing about that. But the governors and those smaller elections, when you talk about the state assemblymen, those senators, those representatives, those people that's making the backdoor deals behind our back, those are the people we need to be voting out of office. So when you see when they pull the curtain back over these last couple of years and you see all these senators in there, It makes no sense that Lindsey Graham and people like him have been holding office for 40 and 50 years, and
Mitch
they're even
McConnell.
passing Mitch McConnell passing their jobs down to their
That's right.
in-laws.
That's right. Yep.
When,
Yep.
when it
Governing that right now.
No, there is
Mm-mm.
not.
Mm-mm.
Not a
I
one.
mean, Trump's daughter-in-law trying to get elected.
they're
So
they're granding their kids into these positions because I'm telling y'all, that's where the real decisions are made. When you have a national election, you know what a national election is? I'm sorry, let me say this one part, Rule. You know what a national election does when you're the president? I've been in management for 25 years of my life. When the president takes office and he sits in office, you know what he finds out? That okay. And these southern states, those are blue states. And so even though Georgia is a red state, I can see which districts are blue. It allows them to know how to allocate the money to go
Mm-hmm.
where to support the causes they want. So that's why when a Democrat's in office, they fund causes that deal with social things, welfare, social security. When Republicans in office, they fund projects that deal with fighting wars and building the military and the space program. The districting allows them to see how to allocate money and to punish those governors in those states that didn't vote the way they want them to. So if you really want to
Exactly.
affect change, it's on a smaller level.
Okay, Rue, what you got? And I'm finna bring up something with these ladies talking about.
right, because right now I'm a little bit confused. That how do you get a bill passed to where now you have to have a term put on judges? And what was the other one that holds office for like 40 years?
Yeah, all the like some of these state
Oh, the
senators and
judges.
stuff like that, they sit
There's
in
nobody else that
office.
holds a yeah, nobody but the Supreme Court judge. I mean, any
Yeah.
judges they hold life term
All
appointments.
judges can hold a life term. Why?
Right.
No, only
No, not all of
Supreme.
them.
No,
Supreme
only
Supreme
Court.
Supreme
Court,
Court.
only the Supreme
Yeah,
That's
Court.
it.
yeah.
But
I'm
the
sorry.
problem,
That's how you get things passed, like laws made.
but
So
see, the
if a
problem
judge,
is,
No,
you
no, no, not with the
understand?
judges.
The
So
judges,
if
that's
the
why. So
judges
that's
are
why.
still kind of the final. They're like the level.
yes,
No, they
But
interpret the laws.
they
The
interpret
Supreme
the
Court
laws.
interprets the laws, but the Senate and the House they pass and make the law.
But
They bring the laws, and then the judges interpret those laws.
and then
But
and that, but see, that's what I'm saying. It still has to
bring it
go through the
to the
judiciary
Supreme Court
branch.
to have the law passed.
Yeah, it
No,
still has to. It
wait,
still
say it
has
again.
to.
again,
Okay, so when you like if you have what is it called, like a capital case, like you bring it to the Supreme Court and basically you can have them rule, like make a judgment on something, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like
right.
One that's
like
already in. That's already into the Constitution. I mean, the
No,
amendment.
even
that in the Constitution, attorneys they just exploit loopholes,
yeah.
right? So you have
Right.
to make a case, like the school education board, like the whole. Do you get what I'm saying? So in order to have those things passed,
Yes, that's true, Jennifer.
what is
But
it?
that doesn't mean to stop it from. They can't say, okay, that's not a good one. Y'all can't make that a law. They can. I mean,
So here's where the local elections make a difference. Under
mhm.
Donald Trump's presidency, in just 4 years, he was able to sway the position of the courts to a conservativeship by having judges who died off, and now he has those judges who have lifetime positions. So the reason why they were afraid that Biden would get it once he get elected, because he can pack the courts if he wanted to.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They now have the
Okay.
numbers to where, now that he can pass a law, instead
Yeah.
of having 7 Supreme Court justices,
Okay.
he
Yeah.
can
He can
make it
have
13.
Okay.
13,
Okay.
10
And,
to
Okay.
and
13.
he gets to put in his
Yes.
office 2 or 3 more judges that actually
Okay.
sway towards
Right.
Democrat.
So
Okay,
let's
But
line this up. So here we yes. Now I see where everybody's at. Okay. So let's bring everybody up to speed. What everybody is saying is that if we pass a law that you can't wear flip flops anymore, somebody has to bring that to the Supreme Court
Mm-hmm.
and then say, hey, what's up with this law? And then yes, if the Supreme Court then views it, no, y'all tripping about these flip flops. Y'all, yeah, this is unconstitutional. yes, then they can fight it. But that somebody got to bring it there. They can still pass a
So
law.
that's where the power
They
is
should-
on the lower levels, because it doesn't get to the Supreme Court if you stack those lower positions at the state and local level to where you shut it down. So the
Right.
reason why that
That's
we
why they didn't
never
want
have
Biden to get more judges. Yes, that's why they was tripping
So
when he was out there,
even
because they was like, "Are you gonna stack the courts?" And that's what y'all heard. If y'all ever heard that early on in the
yeah,
situation, they was like, "He gonna," because
they
it's
gonna
what
pack
it's.
the courts.
Yeah, he was like, he gonna add more judges because it was more conservative judges than there are liberal. So he was like, well, you can just add 5 more judges and then you can switch the thing around.
let me use your example of the flip-flops, for example, Rule. So let's say if at the state level, the mayor, the city councilman, the governor all believe that flip-flops, you can't wear flip-flops. It doesn't make it to the Supreme Court because it gets shot down before it even gets there.
That's right. That's right, Jennifer.
You understand what I'm saying?
This is the whole game. That's
And
what I'm saying.
the game is rigged.
It's
And
all
so by the
about
time it even gets to the Supreme Court, they're going to be reluctant to overturn a decision.
Wait, Lee. See, there we go again. Lee running his mouth again, and we done set up and got another doggone sticker. Thank you, man. I tell you, Lee got a mouth to go.
I'm just saying.
Come on now. Will there be another?
The game is rigged. It's rigged at the lower level. It's rigged against us.
Okay, so then how do we change that law where we put an actual term on the judges?
You can't. So the
Why?
It's already
because they
instituted in
wrote
the
it.
Constitution.
So when they wrote the Constitution, this was. But here's the problem, bro.
But the people who ruling it are the people who are gonna appeal.
So the way around it is to stack the courts.
Right.
That's
Get the people that you say gonna stop and change it. Yeah.
That's the way around it.
Cannot, with the Constitution written the way it is.
That's right, Shante.
The judicial branch is the only branch of the government that you cannot amend anything to it.
Right. The ruling is final. Y'all see Judge Judy?
Final.
The ruling.
Imagine Rule. It's 7 judges, but 5 of them vote with Republicans. Only 2 vote with Democrats. So the way around it is Biden can pass a law to bring on 5 more judges to think the way we think, and then it will balance it out.
All right.
As soon as another president comes in, they can pass a law to remove those 5 judges to turn it back to a conservative or a liberal house.
See, okay, we getting these rabbit holes. Jennifer, you starting stuff. I ain't touching that, but yeah, because that was arrogance because he thought Hillary was gonna win. So that's again, he was trying to play games. So I hear you. I ain't gonna take the rabbit hole, but I'm with you. So wait, we gotta go to the next topic. But I'm gonna address Shantae and Tam. Y'all say black people don't vote. I don't got a problem with y'all saying that, but you know when they don't vote? Lee was already talking about it during those local elections. They only vote. We only show up to the majority in the big ones. So that's what I'm saying. I don't mind praising us for doing things, but I want us to do more. Listen, that's what I'm saying. We got to get to a habit of doing more, and that's all I'm saying. This is why Obama. Yeah, I know, right? Yes, we're not taking all these rabbit holes. I can't do it. So yes, it's enough. Okay, we can't. We ain't got like 7 minutes left. All right, let's go to the next great discussion. Would you say I didn't? Oh, okay, I thought y'all was saying that we were tripping because black people wasn't voting. I'm not saying black people don't vote, so my bad. Well, I read it wrong. So, okay, well, maybe on my side. All right, but I just want black people to vote more. If eight voted last year, I want 8 more to vote this year. That's it.
No, you want
just
16
want progression
to vote this year.
Well, that's what 8 + 8 is.
Oh, I didn't hear 16. That part. My bad.
Okay. Well, speaking of Dr. Seuss and 8 + 8, right? I'm just messing with you, bro. Listen. Oh, here we go again, right? Y'all, here this pig pen is of just this racism. I'm telling y'all. Wait till this next topic because I'm ready to clown. All right, Dr. Seuss has taken it upon himself to now remove certain books, right? It says today on Dr. Seuss' birthday, Dr. Seuss Enterprise celebrates reading and also our mission of supporting all children and family with messages of hope, inspiration, inclusion, and friendship. We are committed to action. To that end, Dr. Seuss Enterprises, working with a panel of experts, including educators, reviewed our catalog of titles and made the decision last year to cease publication and licensing on the following titles. Now, y'all tell me if y'all catch something. It says, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. I ain't never read that one. If I ran the zoo. Okay, that's probably talking about monkeys.
McElligot's
Pool. I ain't never read that one. On Beyond Zebra. Okay, Scrambled Egg Super. I don't know what that is. The Cat's Quizzer. So
what?
I ain't never read none of these books. So I mean, maybe it's to the other people.
I don't remember it being racist.
I can't remember a Dr. Seuss book that had like.
Sean said they didn't remove enough books. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I said this once, and I'm gonna say it again because I think 2 more people are listening this time. We have made this thing so oversensitive. I mean, we are being overly sensitive about everything, right? Yep. Masculinity, right? We're being overly sensitive about people's beliefs. We're being overly sensitive about somebody getting offended, right? Man, come on. Like, it's what shapes human beings, right? If I try to shelter my kids from every bad thing in the world, do you know what they're not going to be ready for? That's inevitable for? Bad things in the world. Okay, so we got to stop tripping, right?
I mean, for though, and honestly, I think kind of people of color start. You, if you think about it, because we've been talking about discrimination, we've been talking about racism, we've been talking about being prejudicial, we've been talking about all this stuff. So it's kind of like a slapback, like a snapback for me. Like well, if we want to be treated equal, then that means everybody should be treated equal. So now we have to preach tolerance and empathy, and we have to be politically correct. And Trump made it, again, controlled opposition. Trump made it, put it on the forefront that, okay, that's not nice to say that. So if our president is saying that and we're trying to make an example out of him, then we need to be making the world conform to this ideology of fairness and kindness and equality. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like it's like, oh, this is what you wanted, so we're about to give it to you. So now the world is changing. You're paying attention to language and how people are saying things. And so now you're seeing the reflection, the consequence of that is having a bunch of soft ass kids. Because now you can't say that. You can't turn around and say that I'm like, you can't call somebody ugly. You can't play with them. You can't do the mama jokes. You can't do the dozens. You can't do none of that because it's insensitive. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
I'm with you.
What happens when you do shit like that?
I hear all y'all ladies. Go ahead, D. And I wanna end something. Then we're gonna move
on. My question is, or my theory is, what year is this? 2021, right? If you weren't born,
thank you for saying that, Sean. I didn't know that.
If you were not born between the 90s and back, you softer than a pack of Charmin tissue paper. And I'm just gonna be for real. Like,
is it 1 ply or 2 ply?
1 ply. Because I think
that hurts. That's a little scratchy.
I think everybody's just so hypersensitive about, oh, we're not gonna touch the racism. Oh, this is racist. This is extreme. Like, people flew 2 planes into the Twin Towers in 9/11 that did not give a flying F about what skin color you were, what religion you were. We had a man that committed complete genocide on a whole race of people over a religion. And he was Jewish himself. So I'm gonna need everybody to stop being so goddamn sensitive to, oh, well, this is no. If you don't know what it is to really be racially discriminated against,
yes, Sandra,
shut your goddamn mouth. Just shut up. Grow some skin, toughen up, and get over it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Sandra Dixon. I'm gonna let you have. Let me say this right quick. Sandra Dixon. We are about to talk about that next. Put Tam's comment back up. However, people want to protect their children. Well, hold on. I'm finna say something. Put Tam's thing up here. So I'm gonna show y'all something. This is my problem. I'm gonna let you have it, Lee. And then, yes, Sandra Dixon. We are going to talk about Meghan and Harry. Just hold on. So watch this. The problem with what Tam is just saying right here is and I'm gonna show y'all something. Here it is. This is a good chess player because he's thinking 7 moves ahead. If you ever understand history and you understand how history repeats itself, what did Hitler try to do for burning the books? He wanted to stop information to be passed down, right? And what they're doing, they're not burning the books, but they are taking them away. And when my great grandchildren are living and they type in Google, hey, what was this country like? They are trying to erase what they keep trying to act like they didn't do.
Exactly.
And that's our problem, y'all. They want to erase these things, and we call it inclusion, and we call it discrimination. We're getting played. Stop getting played, right? Let these people own what they were doing. Yes, those things did happen because
But
why?
nobody is
That's
gonna
what.
call them out and make them own it.
Well, because we don't have the power to do so,
That
and
call
that's cool.
they,
But at least I know who I'm dealing with. What
Me,
you
I
go?
call it out. I call it out. I know
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too. Go ahead,
I'm gonna
Lee.
call you
What you
out.
got?
Woo! And I'm gonna be short. So everything you guys
I don't
saying is
believe you.
accurate. But here's the thing: Am I sitting here telling you that there weren't racist overtones to those books? Sure, they were.
Yeah.
But to Dwayne's point, this is 2021. Those books were written back in the 50s and 60s. That man is dead and buried and all this kind of good stuff. And one of the ladies reported that they weren't popular. Dr. Seuss is one of the most premier children's writers out there. So the books are they're popular as hell. Having said all of that, we're going down a slippery slope when we do this, because when we start dissecting things like books and we can't call Mr. Potato Head a Mr. anymore, we're now separating art, and
Thank
to
you,
your
man.
point about the Hitler point,
Thank you.
to where now we
You
can
take stickers.
literally go back and find fault in and racism and all kinds of stuff, but it's a big okie doke. To your point, Dwayne, you said we can't call them out on it. Here's where I'm gonna disagree. White people, to salve their consciences, they're
That's
quick
right.
to jump on the bandwagon of, well, we don't want to offend African Americans. We want
No,
to
I said
protect
we
and nurture
should
them.
call them out.
Yeah, he
No,
said
I
no.
so.
said, but
So
people
that's what
aren't.
so this is where so you're right. So here's the thing where we can. This is my problem with it. We can. But when I wake up in the morning and CBS, Today Show and the Good Morning America, and Smirnish on CNN had this man on talking about Dr. Seuss, we can make a damn near national issue about Dr. Seuss and the Mr. Potato Head. But the moment you talk about missing black children, black
It's not a
women that's
national
being
issue
abused, those aren't talked about. And
at
here's the
all.
thing: we have African Americans in place on CBS this morning that could be bringing that to the forefront. But what you see on Good Morning America Today Show, I love me some Michael Strahan. But when they tell a story about a dog dying or a tree that's dying, oh, that's so
I
sad.
can't stand
Oprah
that to
Winfrey just
save
did
my damn
this gonna
life.
lead you right into your segment.
We
Oprah
go.
Winfrey put her power behind interviewing the Royals, but you wouldn't step up and defend Bill Cosby or Michael
Nope.
Jackson. So
Nope.
we put our power behind what we want to and save topics. I know you lean into it. There's no secret here. I don't give a damn about the Royals. But go ahead.
I didn't know you felt that way, Lee.
Hey, hold on.
Badly,
Let me
badly.
get on my soapbox
I'm
about
just
them,
saying.
about the
All right, I'll help
Royals.
you up,
Can
sir.
we go?
I'll help you up.
Can we
Well, hold
can we
on.
go to
Let
that next
me.
topic?
Yeah, we're going. It's next. Hold on. I'm gonna end with this. I'm just saying for everyone out here. All I'm saying is, our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they don't like to be called out. That's true, but they also want to show us that they are just as oppressed as we are. And like my boy said the other day, you can be a rich black man and you wouldn't find one white man that want to trade places with him, right? And I gotta get Lee called it, so I'm gonna leave it at that, right? So listen, y'all, our stuff is so good we can do an hour on every topic, but I can't play around with us. So let's go to the last one, right? Listen, for my friend Sandra Dixon, here you are, ma'am. We take stickers too if you like. All right, y'all. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had an interview with Oprah. Y'all watch it? I don't care if you did. We're gonna talk about it anyway. So listen, this is the thing. I want to say this, and I'm gonna let y'all have it because I know y'all got something really interesting to say. But I want to say mine first before y'all steal it. Before y'all say it, before I say it, because it came up in my own brain. I want to say mine first. So watch this. This is really the most interesting thing to me, that a black woman would come from Europe back over here to America. Matter of fact, that's where they came from way before. When Christopher Columbus came over here, guess where they came from? The same place. So she's bringing racism from another country over to another racist country. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you preaching to the choir? They don't care about what they did to you over there overseas, because it's happening right here too. So they can't get on their high horse about how you being treated over there, because they treating the same people over here the same way. So I'm sorry, young lady. Unfortunately, I know you feel like you wasn't gonna be heard, but it's falling on deaf ears here too. So I just wanted to make that clear. I'm cool that you got it out your system, but what's going on over there is going over here just the same way, right? So, okay, Shantae, that's a conversation for another day. So I hear you,
Because I really want to say something to that.
I know, don't. Lee gonna have his show, and he gonna be able to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all check out Lee Black. He'll let y'all know when he's ready to go in for it, right? So listen, y'all give me y'all 2-minute thoughts about what y'all think about the interview, and I'll sum it up at the end, because I got one more thing to say. Who wanna go first? Rue, you got it?
I mean, okay, so I felt like the whole time I was trying to figure out why the hell is we still talking about, I guess, what, British news, UK news, whatever, over there news. I didn't understand the significance of it. And I was watching it, and I felt like the whole time I was talking, I feel like she got a culture shock. Maybe she didn't realize that she was black. I don't know. And she just had somebody tell her that wasn't from here to realize that, yes, you are still Negro, ma'am. And I think it threw me because she said, well, they questioned, what got her was the questioning of what color the baby was going to be. And I'm like, but you lighter than me. So why would there be a question of how dark the child would be? So obviously it was significant to her because she maybe thought the same way. Well, why would you question how dark the baby would be? Look at me. You're still a Negro, honey. You still one of us. Like, I don't know how you got confused. Like, she was shocked and appalled. That was nothing new. So, you know what? I'm gonna leave it there. You can have it.
All right, Dwayne about to blow up. Go on, brother.
When I saw this, what in the hell was you thinking, Simple? You know the word. Like Rue said, did you forget what color you were? Like, honestly, when you looked in the mirror, when you woke up, did you think, oh, because I'm married, I'm a duchess of a white British royalty? You're not even royalty. You're married into royalty. And then you trying to figure out what they're gonna say about your light bright baby that's mixed with a white man you came from America, and you just so happen he came over to America to get you to then bring you back to the United Kingdom. What makes you think that you any special because you married to Prince Harry?
Y'all know the Americans get their behaviors from the Europeans, don't y'all know that?
But here's my question. Like Ruth said, did she wake up and fall and forget that she was black? Like did she forget that? Did she think because she put on that ring and said I do, and her and Harry got it on and they got pregnant, that it was gonna be all right? First of all, they tolerated you because you got married to Harry. They was like, okay, we'll deal with that. That's fine. We're gonna expand our image a little bit, but then now you decide to come out and talk about now you have a son, and then well, they discriminated against me and they didn't care about my mental health. No, they don't. They really don't. They didn't really. Oh, you, look, and I get it. Like, I get it. The queen didn't say anything. She didn't have nothing to say. Of course, she's not gonna say anything. She got an image to uphold. But the rest of the people in that family, in that Windsor family that you married into, oh, they're ready to take you out back and beat your ass. And then you got the nerve to come on national TV and talk to Oprah. What Oprah gonna do for you? Not.
Well, y'all got all the seasoning salt tonight, don't y'all?
Oprah said, "Are you serious? Really?
Are you serious? Really?
Wait.
Really? Oprah probably sit back thinking like, why are you on my show wasting my time right now?
I love, yeah, but I love the dynamics tonight. It's good. What you got, Lee? You don't got nothing?
So I object to the whole concept of a royal in general. What is a royal and the queen? And from where I sit, I'm a 53-year-old African-American black man. I have to go to work every day. I got diabetes, gout, and some more shit going on. I have to work for a living. So
Man.
You think I really care about what some dowdy old woman thinks of another country, and then you're going to put two pasty-faced white people on TV to talk about their rich people problems? They staying in people's houses and living the life of a duchess when people have real problems out here.
Like
And so for me, you create a show with real prime time slot. So I'm supposed to give a damn about whether she having a baby and whether it's a girl or a boy or whatever. I could truly care less and boo-hoo me about whether your daddy like you and whether they think you. I could totally care less. I equate the royals the same way I look at the Pope. Wow. And I know this is even controversial. I'm sorry. Some old, outdated man riding around in a Pope mobile, and I'm supposed to kiss this ring and whatnot. And we supposed to be, I care about the royals. I don't give a damn about them. And my final point is, I'm not expecting Oprah to defend a rapist, but she could have defended all that Bill Cosby meant to the culture. We're the only people that eat its own. Think about that. Okay. We're the only people that eat its own. We're cannibals. Because you don't see white people eating up Elvis Presley, even though Priscilla was in his house when she was 14. You don't see them eating up John Wayne when he was a racist. Roman Polanski ran out of the country with a 13-year-old girl. We're the only culture that eat our own.
You don't see them, none of them talk about them, all these Catholic priests running around here messing with little boys' booty holes. Raping them little
that eat our own.
Do we do that?
I'm not saying defend the rapist.
They try to
I'm sorry.
under the freaking
I got you.
rug.
No. So I apologize. Lee didn't have that much to say about the topic. So I'm sorry. So listen, and I appreciate everybody's perspective, and this is why guys, we put this together, because I have a lot of alpha opinions on this show, and I appreciate it. And this is what I want to say. So I'm gonna give my alpha opinion, right? I enjoy watching behaviors of people, and there's two things I saw. I saw a behavior from a young man that was born into royalty. He had no option, right? And the thing I think that, and again, I respect everybody here, and so I'm just giving my position as I stand here as a man. The compassion that we have for human beings is very difficult, and it's difficult for a lot of reasons. For the systems that have been put in place, for our own resilience as a ethnicity to deal with the things that we have to deal with. So compassion is a very small voice in our heads, right? When we talk about other people and what they go through. And so what I saw was a young man that was going against his family. There's nothing that we can't relate to as a person going against his family. Ain't no money can
We've
change that.
all done it.
That's right. But the problem is that he had more to lose because there are people that not see when we go against our family, ain't nobody else trying to kill us because the tabloids are saying things or doing other things, and they actually took away his security that the rest of the family get to have because of him making a decision. Again, it's so deep on so many levels, and we don't have enough internet space to even try to start covering this, right? Because even when we cover certain things, all four of us are going to take our own detours. We're going to take our own exits, right? And that's the problem with compassion and being human, is because of all that we have experienced, and it's been different, and we've experienced hurt from certain people or from certain genders. We take our own exits. You know what I'm saying? So all I saw was two people tell the truth about their family, and unfortunately, it's made public, and that's the reality of that. And I listen. I know y'all got no love lost for these people, but I saw a young man who is going through something that probably money should have paid for. That's just real, and it ain't gonna pay for it, right? Even rich people hurt. Like
Well,
rich people could.
I'm sorry he got a taste of reality. So
Well,
what?
sure. Well, and I'm with you, and that's cool, right? But at the same time, uh,
That was a
you know,
euphemism, Rue.
if this young lady lived in Third Ward of Houston, and listen, y'all seen Jungle Fever? We already know she's an actress. She sure should have watched the movie. maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe would have helped her a little bit. I don't know, but
Uh,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, so history repeats itself, and it doesn't matter where you go. Racism, classism is going to always follow you, no matter what. So at the end of the day, Harry is in a very tough position because you got to see this one more thing. I said it was two things. This is the second thing. This young man saw his mama die in the same system that looked like it's about to turn on him. That's what I saw, right? And now the mama he loves, they're trying to do the same thing to the woman he loves,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So
I
that's
mean,
what
I
I'm saying.
give that.
So, well, I appreciate you giving, but I'm gonna take it anyway. So
That one.
I'm just saying to y'all, I understand. And again, we got our own fight, and you like, hey man, I gotta keep fighting my fight, bro. But the man just want to tell his story because he's doing exactly what any other man on this planet would do, right? If your mama died and your family knew it, and now you want to try to hurt my wife and my babies, he's just doing the best he can, and he's trying to do it in the only way he know how, and that's just to try to put it out there. Now, whether they work or not, I don't know,
I'm
but
sorry,
I'm
I
just
whooped my
saying.
brother ass and talking shit. Like, yo, this is your nephew. You better go and accept it.
Yeah, and then you get those are cultural differences, right? So you try to put your hands on your daddy in the royal palace, you gonna have them jokers with them swords on you. You better be careful.
Hey, look, you a man just like me. I don't care if you're my daddy and you royal. You a man.
Yeah,
Respect me, I think.
yeah. So listen, man, we have had a ridiculously amazing show this week. I can't wait to go back and watch it, man. I believe we were dropping nuggets like Easter eggs. So,
What
but listen,
color?
we got
We
final
paint.
thoughts. What'd you say?
We painted them different colors.
Yeah, we did. So listen, let's do our final thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed us this evening. And listen, if you have, feel free to send some more of them stickers before we get out of here. We got about another 4 minutes of final thoughts here. And we're going to start with D-Wayne. What you got, bro? Final thoughts, man.
Oh man. So my final thought is, the world, please don't get caught up in this money scandal. Stop playing checkers, play chess. Open your eyes. Read the statistics on the coronavirus vaccine. Please get vaccinated, but don't be stupid in your vaccination process. If you decide to get vaccinated, cool. Live life, enjoy life. It's good to see everybody again. And it sucks to be in the royal
I agree with you,
family,
Sean.
but I'm sorry, Harry and whatever her name is, Michelle, Markel, Donnell. It's life. It's life. Get over it.
Man, you are such a great motivational speaker. I appreciate that. What you got, Rue? Wait. We're gonna let Rue get interrupted by this sticker. We got to do. I think I saw another sticker. Yeah. Look at you. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get me some shoes on this one. Yeah. All right, Rue. What you got?
I'm just gonna say I encourage people to be the best versions of themselves and capitalize on that best version of yourself to create generational wealth, create something, a legacy that you can pass down to your children so they don't have to go through the same suffrages in spite of a system that was meant to, that was built and created to oppress you. So don't victimize yourself. Just keep on pushing because there were plenty of leaders before us that made it happen. So keep going. That's all I'm going to say.
Right on. So before I let Lee go, I want to shout out to Shahana, Jennifer, Valerie, Shahana again, man. Thank y'all for sending us these stickers, and Brittany, I appreciate y'all, man, for showing us some love on these stickers, man. I know Lee got most of them, but he gonna have to share it tonight. What you got, Lee?
My final thoughts is just on appreciation for this forum. I typically don't discuss politics, to be honest with you. So that's why on my show I talk about religion. Politics is one of those subjects where people can be so passionate about their side and their view that they aren't able to discuss it intellectually and to disagree without being disagreeable. So I love this forum. I love what you're doing, that, we all don't think alike, and that you're bringing together a variety of different topics that we can debate, because at the end of the day, the fact that we're discussing these, I hope that is opening up people's minds to do a little bit of critical thinking and see things in a different way. And even my views, to not be so closed-minded. I truly do take what I hear and go back and I let it rumble around in my brain, being an opinionated SOB, and I try to get something from everything that you guys say.
Wait. We couldn't do it in any other fashion. We got to stop you again, brother, because guess what we just got? Another sticker. Lee, you on the road, Doc, man. I appreciate it, man. Listen, I'm ready to interrupt Lee about 5 more times, so we have another.
I'm at the end, man. I'm thankful for you, for the forum.
Man, appreciate that,
together,
brother.
I'm man, and your guest, Dwayne and Rue, man, your points are so well thought out, and it gives me something to think about, and it's valuable. We need this. All these other platforms are talking about too much foolishness. That African American people can get together and discuss a variety of topics in this way. I'm appreciative. I'm thankful. Thank you guys.
Hey, my brother, I appreciate that, man. And I was just messing. They ain't no guests. It's my family, man. Y'all, listen, we the squad. Y'all gonna see us every Monday. We gonna do this thing. Let me have it, Britt. Listen, I want to tell y'all something. This has been an amazing show. Sandra, I appreciate you giving us that point. Shahana, we all love it, right? Falk, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for giving us that sticker. I want to leave us with this thought. There's a famous rapper. His name is Jay-Z. He made a statement. Uh-oh. Do I get interrupted this time? I think I get interrupted. We got another sticker. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Y'all, listen. We're going to break the bank tonight, y'all. I appreciate that. Will that be another? Hey, listen. Will that be another? I'm feeling the whole, Kenneth Copeland tonight. Come on, brothers and sisters. Will that be another? All right, listen. All right, so Jay-Z made a statement. He was, putting on the ones and twos. He said this: we like crabs in a barrel that we keep snatching each other down. But the problem is that we got to realize that crabs don't belong in barrels. Our problem is, y'all, is that we've allowed this system that they're trying to erase from us by taking the books away, by acting like they didn't do nothing, right? Showing us a sleight of hand. Hey, we didn't do anything. Prove it. Show me where we did something, right? And yada, yada, this, that, and the third. And we want to, let's take away the, brother. I appreciate it, man. Listen, I'll talk for another 10 minutes. We keep going this way. Good looking out, sir. I appreciate that. So all I'm saying to y'all tonight is we're not going to change them We're not going to change
Just
the
give me
narrative.
10 minutes. I'll call you back.
We're not going to change the narrative that we're crabs. That's what they want to label us. But let's vote the burl out. Let's get rid of the burl. And remember, being broke doesn't start in your pockets. It starts in your brain. And the best thing that we can have that can't no man take away from us is our knowledge. So that's our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brenton. That's Lee. That's Rue. That's Dwayne. We'll see y'all next Monday. We're out.
Peace.